Ukraine targets Moscow with dozens of attack drones, killing at least 3 people in the Russian capital.
Ukraine says it has carried out a major drone strike on Russia's Moscow region, describing it as retaliation for the recent wave of Russian attacks on Kyiv. Russian officials say at least 4 people were killed in the strikes, while Moscow says it intercepted more than 1,000 Ukrainian drones across the country in the past 24 hours. The latest escalation comes just days after Russia launched one of its heaviest aerial assaults on the Ukrainian capital since the start of the war more than 4 years ago. Well, here's our Russia editor, Steve Rosenberg, with more.
In the skies around Moscow, it's becoming a familiar sight. Ukrainian drones. But this was one of the largest drone attacks the Moscow region has come under. Residential blocks were hit, an oil facility too. What preceded this was one of the heaviest Russian drone and missile attacks on Kyiv. On the edge of Moscow, we saw for ourselves some of the drone damage. No one had been injured here, but at least 3 people were killed in the Moscow area. Some of these residents were shocked to find themselves on the front line. Yevgeny heard the drone hit the block of flats. No one expects this to happen, he says. It's terrifying. Lev blames Europe for supporting Ukraine. We should send a few drones in your direction, he tells me, so that you stop sending them against us. For a long time, many Russians tried to put what was happening in Ukraine out of their minds and pretend that the war there is happening so far away and doesn't affect them. That's becoming much harder to do. It's not just Moscow. This is Ryazan to the south. Recently, Ukraine has been launching long-range strikes on many parts of Russia and penetrating air defences. It was fear of drone attacks that led to last weekend's Victory Day parade on Red Square being scaled back, with fewer soldiers and no military hardware. But after these strikes deep inside Russia, there is no sign from the Kremlin of any scaling back on its war on Ukraine. Steve Rosenberg, BBC News, Moscow.